21st of August, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay, welcome back. How you feeling, Lou? They told me that you had got the virus.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. Thank God I'm on the mend now. I'm getting better, but I have a really bad cough. And I'm very tired.
Oh, wow.
I've been getting a lot of sleep, and I'm still tired.
Nice. Hey, Zak Be'amatz should pass quickly and completely. Bezrat Hashem.
Amen.
Shem Rofe Chole Amo Yisrael. Okay. So we're on page Sadi Zayin Amid Base 97B.
97B2, I think.
So we I think we said Shmuel says you could use Meshan coins, even not in Meshan, because you could tell the person go to Meshan. And Rav Nachman said only if he's on his way to Meshan can the Shmuel say that you can tell him to go to Meshan. Then we saw the Brisa said that even if someone is not on his way to Meshan, the deconsecration of the Perus of Meiser Sheni can the Kedusha can go on to coins, even though the coins are not, even though the coins are good in Meshan, but he's not going to Meshan, he's going to Yerushalayim. And we said, the Reb Nachman said that is talking, this is on, this is right about the middle of the page.
Mm-hmm.
That was the answer that Reb Nachman gave. That Brisa is not talking about the case that Shmuel and Rav were arguing about. That's talking about a case where the kings are not particular about a foreign currency being circulated and traded in their country. And therefore, the Brisa says that even if a person is not on his way to Meshan, but nevertheless he could make use of those coins. He could trade with those coins with people who are. And so you don't have to be on your way to Meshan in order for the coins to be acceptable for deconsecration and also for repayment of a loan. Okay, so maybe we'll go from there to where the Gemora says Ella. This Ella.
Ella ki Omar.
Yeah, Ella ki Omar Shmuel.
Where are you, Roy?
All right.
Oh yeah, this is not exactly in the middle of the page. It's really about a quarter of the way down the page.
That's 97b2, left-hand column, just a couple of lines from the top, the Gemara counters.
I got it. Thank you.
Ela ki omar Shmuel b'shem Mochios Mekapidos zo al zo. Then it emerges according to this explanation that when Shmuel, as explained by Rav Nachman, says that one may repay a loan with disqualified currency that is valid elsewhere only when the lender is traveling to that country, he's referring to where the monarchies are particular about one another and do not allow one to hold foreign currencies. Eichi matzeh mamatei lahu. But if so, what good is it that the lender is traveling to Meshan? How's he able to bring money there? It'll be confiscated from him before he gets there. And then the Gemara gives an answer.
Okay, so let's take a look at the Rashi Diru Maskil. Ela ki Amar.
Where's the key? Oh, I see, right.
Alaki Amar. Rather, he says, Rav Nachman, Aliba, the Shmuel, the Chi Lensley Orcha, the Mishan Lo. Rav Nachman, Aliba means himself.
According to
Rav Nachman, according to Shmuel, that when there is not a way to Mishan, no, then no. If there's no way he can get to Mishan, then he can't use those coins.
Now here, what Rashi is explaining, he's not saying yet that he cannot get to Meshan for the reason that the Gemora is going to say in a minute, because the Malchus are Makpidos, but Rashi is just telling us that this distinction that Rav Nachman made in Shmuel, Ella, rather, where it was that Rav Nachman said, according to Shmuel, that where he's not on his way to Meshan, so then the coins will not be acceptable. Which is that case? Because we just got through eliminating the case of the Brisa, where the kings were not particular. So now Rashi is just explaining that now the Gemora is saying, Ella, rather, we have to say that Rav Nachman said his distinction in Shmuel that when he's not on his way to Meshan, so then the coins will not be good. Which case is that we are talking about? And then the Gemora says that's the case where the kings are particular, and they are particular about very particular, in fact, about having foreign currency in their country. And so now let's take a look at the Rashi and see how Rashi explains this, what the Gemora is saying here. The next Rashi, Kemalchios, Kisha Malchios Makpidos.
When the kingship is particular. Bitmia, I Haki, Ki Islay, Orcha. Remishan, Haki, Matzi, Memute, the who, Ha, Ki, Bidaki, Lahu, B'nai, Adina, Zu, Mushkache, Le, O son, Maos, Mafsidi, Le. So the kings are particular. It's a wonder that if so, that there is what is Orcha?
If so, then where he has a orcha, where he has a way, where he is on his way, in other words, he has his way over there, meaning that he's on his way there.
He's on it. There is a way to Mishon. Here we find that he will get there. This that they will check the officials of the government,
right?
And they'll pull him over.
Mishkachele, and they will find on him.
They will find on him those coins,
Mm-hmm.
And they'll take them. It'll be a loss.
Right. Okay, so yeah.
I was just going to summarize to say that. So if it's a situation where the Medina is particular, then he can't the fact that he's on his way is not going to help, because they're going to grab him and take away his money, take away the bad coins.
Right. So therefore, what is Rashi telling us? What is Rashi telling us about a case where the kings are very particular about people having foreign currency in their country?
Then it doesn't make sense to say that if he's on his way, it's going to be okay.
Right. And therefore,
There must be something else going on.
Therefore, this what the Gemara wanted to see. This is what's happening in the Gemara over here. I'll just try to explain it as simply as I can. Okay, let's just try to explain it like this. If it goes over, good, and if it, hopefully it'll go over. We always have to keep in mind over here in this Gemara over here, what we are trying to do. What are we trying to do over here in this Gemara? What we are trying to do is explain the words of Rav Nachman, who was explaining the words of Shmuel. So it's Rav Nachman aliba de Shmuel. It's Rav Nachman according to Shmuel. What did Shmuel say? Shmuel said that even Meishan coins could be used because you could tell the guy, go and spend them in Meishan. They're good coins. You could pay back the loan. Reb Nachman said that is only where he's on his way to Meishan that you could tell him that. But if he's not on his way to Meishan, then you can't tell him that. Meaning that the coins are no good. They cannot be used to pay this debt. Okay? So what the Gemara is trying to figure out is that's what Shmuel said, and that's what Reb Nachman said about what Shmuel said. And we the Gemara are trying to figure out what is the case where the explanation of Reb Nachman, his addition to Shmuel, what is the case where that distinction between being on your way to Meishan and not being on your way to Meishan, because that's what Reb Nachman said the whole thing depends on. What exactly is the scenario where that distinction will hold up? Meaning that if the guy is on his way to Meishan, so then the coins are good. But if he's not on his way to Meishan, the coins are no good. That's what the Gemara is trying to figure out. Now, the first thing that happened in the Gemara is we said that the Brisa, in order to make sure that it's not a refutation of Rav Nachman, we said that Brisa is talking where the kings are not makpid about foreign currency in their country. And therefore what? And therefore it makes no difference whether he's on his way or not on his way. Even if he's not on his way, the currency is good. It could be paid. It's good currency you could tell him to take it. And even if he's not on his way to Meishan, he can trade it with somebody who is. So the currency is good. So the point of that is as follows, that in such a scenario, we do not find the distinction that Rav Nachman made in the words of Shmuel. The distinction that Rav Nachman made in the words of Shmuel was that it depends. It depends whether you're on your way to Meishan or not. If you are, coins are good. If you're not, the coins are no good. So here, now what we have said is that if the kings are not, if the scenario is that the kings are not particular, they're not makpid, so we lost that whole distinction. Even where the guy is not on his way to Meishan, the coins can be freely traded, so they're good. So we say, oh, that's not the scenario that Rav Nachman was explaining the words of Shmuel. That's not the scenario. And now we move on to the next step, says the Gemara. So the Gemara says, Ella, What do you want to say? You want to say, Ki Amar Shmuel. So you want to say, in other words, that when Shmuel, meaning Reb Nachman, according to Shmuel, when he said his case was when the kings were yes makpid. And that's what Rashi says over here. It's a bit it's a wonder. The Gemara is asking the wonder. Rashi's not asking the wonder. Rashi's explaining the Gemara. The Gemara is in wonderment. You want to say that Reb Nachman said his explanation of Shmuel in a case where the kings are yes makpid on one another, that they are particular about a foreign currency in their country, and like that, we will be able to explain the words of Reb Nachman? That scenario will not fit the explanation of Reb Nachman either. Why? As Rashi is explaining us. What's Rashi saying? Rashi is saying even if the guy is actually on his way to Mesha, but these coins are basically worthless, that he's holding these Meshan coins, trying to get to Meshan over here, trying to get out of this country, that the king is very makpid about having Meshan coins in his country. So he's going to get to the airport and they're going to check his bags and they're going to confiscate his coins. So what do we see from this scenario? We see that this can also not be the scenario that Reb Nachman said his explanation of Shmuel on. How is that resonating with everyone?
So far, so good.
Okay. So now the Gemora is trying to find a case, the right scenario that fits the explanation of Reb Nachman in the words of Shmuel. That you could use Meshan coins is when the guy that you're paying is on his way to Meshan. But if he's not on his way to Meshan, so then you're not allowed to give him those coins. They're not good currency. What is that case? We just got through in the last few steps over here in the Gemara explaining that it won't work if we say that the kings are not particular about such coins, because in that case, it makes no difference whether he's on his way to Meshan or not. Even if he is not on his way to Meshan, the coins should be able to be given because they could be freely traded, and there's no reason why they couldn't be given. And then the Gemara says, "Oh, so in that case, if the kings are, so it must be that the Shmuel is talking about a case where the kings are particular. Oh, that won't work either," says the Gemara, because in that case, even if he is actually on his way to Meshan, the coins are worthless. They're going to be confiscated. You're not able to pay him such type of coins like that. He can't use them at all. Even if he's on his way to Meshan, they're going to get confiscated when he gets to the border. So at this point, the Gemara is saying, what's the case? It's not where the kings are makpid. It's not when the kings are not makpid. So what's the scenario that we could find the right scenario where Shmuel said you could give Meshan coins, and Reb Nachman says that's only if he's on his way, but if he's not on his way, you can't. That's what the Gemara is coming to answer in this last step over here. So that's the setup. Says so now the Gemara answers the Mante law al yedei adchak. Alan, would you like to read for us?
Sure. I want the page we're on now.
97b2,
Right,
left-hand column,
right.
the middle. The Gemara answers.
The Gemara answers. The to main T, Te, law, al, Yudei, Hak. Shmuel refers to where the lender can bring the money there with difficulty. To low Shay, that is, he refers to where the authorities do not actively search in their lands for holders of foreign currencies. Be'e mashka che korfadei, but if they do find someone in possession of foreign currencies, they're particular and confiscated.
Okay, so let's see how Rashi explains the words of the Gemora. Rashi's going to flesh in a little bit of the details. Next Rashi.
Umishna delo bechashi. Ve'ein makpidin kol kach sheyu bodatin umechapashin al davar zeh ve'i ish kachi kafti hilchach is lay orsa or orcha she nitzrach li lach shem yikablam v'yotzi l'shem bis Torah v'i lav ho'il ve'ein yachol la lehar osam b'chain dif rifri si libnei nishan habaim kan im rotze lo ikablin. Okay, so it's not, they're not particular. They're not so very particular. To check, what is this word? Umechafshin?
Yeah, and to search, to check and search if somebody has these coins on his person.
Al davar zu for this thing. The ish kachi. What is ish kachi?
But if they find that a person has these coins, kapti.
Kafte, they take it, they confiscate it.
They will be makpid, yeah. They're particular about it.
Oh, particular,
So it's a fine balance over here. They're not makpid kolkach. They're not so particular about this matter. Al davar zeh. Davar zeh refers to the possession of these foreign coins in their country. So therefore, as a result of that, they're not going to be bodek, and they're not going to search and interrogate and search after this matter to such an extent that a person will not be able to leave the country without being caught. That they're not, that they don't do.
So Hilkach, Islay. So therefore, there is or what's Orcha?
Away. Islay, Hilkach, Islay, Orche.
There is a way Nizrach Lelcha Sham. What is that? Nizrach Lelcha Sham.
Okay, these words that Rashi uses over here, he's using the words of the Gemora. Hilkach Islay Orche. That's the way the Gemora said. There is to him a way, meaning to say he's on his way. What does it mean he's on his way? Shenitzrach Leilach Sham. He has a need to go to Meshan. He needs to go there. That's called he's on his way. He needs to go there.
Yik Balam.
So therefore, Yikablem.
Yukablem. He receives them.
He will accept these coins. He will accept these coins from Meshan. Since he's on his way to Meshan because he needs to go there. So therefore, he will accept these coins. And it sounds like we will require him to accept these coins. He will accept them as valid currency, as payment of a loan, repayment of a loan, for example, like our case.
The love ho'il. And if not, what is ho'il? Since the ain yachol, he's not able laharosam bikahain bikan. He's not able to what is harosam?
To display them and
Sorry, Rabbi, you cut out. Uh-oh. Rabbi's frozen?
Yes, he's frozen. Yes.
Oh, there he is.
Again,
Rabbi, you froze for a minute. Could you repeat what you just said, please?
yeah. Okay. Let's go back over here. Hilkach Islay Orcha. Therefore, if he's on his way there because he needs to go there to Meshan, then Yikablem, he will accept them. He'll have to accept them. And he will be able to spend them. Yotzi is to spend them, to take them out of his pocket and spend them, l'sham, over there in Meshan, b'schora, on merchandise, on whatever it is that he wants to buy over there. So if he's on his way, he will accept these coins because he's on his way to Meshan and he needs Meshan coins, and therefore he will accept such coins, and you can pay him those coins. But if he's not, meaning he's not on his way to Meshan, so then since he's not able to laharosam, literally it means to cause them to be seen, meaning that he's not able to show them openly. That's the next word, b'farhesia. He's not able to show them here in this country where he has these coins, b'farhesia, in a public way. Lebnei Meshan, haboim lekan, to the visitors of Meshan who are coming here to this Medina. because those are, of course, the people that he would want to show them to, and they would be interested to buy them off of him or trade with them, and then he could exchange these coins and get value for them. Since he cannot do that, so therefore, imrotza lo yikablem. If he so desires, he does not have to accept these coins as payment. So what we've done over here is we've come up with an in-between case that the king he's you can't say that he's totally not makpid, and you also can't say that he's 100% makpid. He's in between. This king. He's like a bit he's in between. So what does that mean practically speaking? That means that he's not going to set up his people at the airport and check and search and interrogate and confiscate foreign currency. That much he's not going to do. But at the same time, he is a bit makpid, so therefore he will not allow free trade of these coins in his country, in the open, in public. That he won't allow. And so therefore, now we found the right blend, the right scenario, where we can say if a person is on his way to Meishan, he will accept these coins, and he's required to accept these coins as payment for his loan, because he's on his way and he'll be able to use them in Meishan. He is not going to get stopped at the border. They're not going to confiscate him. You just paid him in private. No, the government doesn't know that you paid him in these coins. And the king doesn't care about that.
Oh, frozen again.
The king is not makpid. And so therefore, a person who's on his way, he will have to accept those coins. But a person who's not on his way to Meishan, what's he going to do with coins like this that you give him, these coins from Meishan? He's not on his way to Meishan. He has no need to go to Meishan. And so what's his alternative to have any use from these coins is if he would be able to locate people from Meishan in this country who've come there and exchange these coins with such people. But how is he going to know about such people? He would have to advertise in the newspaper. He'd have to put up a sign that says, "I'm looking to sell to trade Meishan coins," and that the government is yes makpid about that type of thing. Not able to do that. That's too much, and so therefore this person, he can't use those coins, and so therefore now we found a case where we can say that Shmuel says yes, Meishan coins are good, but Rav Nachman qualifies it and says it's only if the person is on his way to Meishan. Then you can give him those coins. But if he's not on his way to Meishan, then you're not going to be able to give him those coins. And that's the story. He got it. Right, so so at the end of the day, you have to have your Meishan table, and you got 3 boxes to fill in over here. Which you got 2 boxes of the where the melech is makpid, and 2 boxes where the melech is not makpid, and then you got 2 boxes where the melech is not so makpid. And so in both of the boxes where the melech is makpid, whether he's on his way to Meshan, whether he's not on his way to Meshan, the coins are no good, cannot be used for payment. If the king is not makpid at all, so then you could then the coins could be paid. They could be given even if he's not on his way to Meshan. That's not the case. That's not the case that Reb Nachman was talking about. The third scenario is the case that Reb Nachman was talking about. That's where the king is somewhat makpid, lo makpid kol kach, like Rashi says, and like there we find a distinction that Reb Nachman was talking about, that if the person is on his way to Meshan, so then you could give him these coins, they're valid payment of a loan. But if he's not on his way to Meshan, so then you would not be able to give him such coins. So those are the 3 scenarios, and the 6 dinim that there are in those 3 scenarios. Whether he's on his way to Meshan, whether he's not on his way to Meshan. Okay. So if anybody wants to write up the table, and we can you can show me tomorrow, and I'll see whether the table is correct. That's the Meshan table.
Meshan table.
Now, if anybody wants to know at the end of this section over here, you're probably wondering, where is Meshan? And that I do not know. Maybe Art Scroll knows where Meshan is, but I don't know.
I don't think it said anything.
Didn't say where Meshan was.
Where was it first used?
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion of Meshan in the footnotes, but I don't know if it discusses where it's actually located.
So that
Says Meshan is an example of a distant province. I think that's all it says, that it's distant.
it's some place somewhere. Yes.
Now, Timbuktu.
Neverland. So in that place, that's the whole story.
I put in Google and I've got the coordinates. Meshan municipal government, 30 degrees, 4 minutes and 38 seconds north, 103 degrees, 50 seconds and 54 degrees east. Country, People's Republic of China.
Wow.
Oh,
We said it was China.
Did he?
okay. So it's in China.
Province, Sichuan, in the Dongpo district.
Wow. Okay.
I'm glad we settled
All right.
that.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. All the best. Everybody have a good day. Be well. Stay well.
Thank you.
Get well.
Next time we see you, Lou, you're completely recovered.
Amen.
And then we
Baruch
see you
Hashem.
shortly.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much,
Everybody.
Rabbi. Right.